All right, what is going on, guys? It is ZT here, and welcome to a newer type of video. Now, I say newer, but realistically, it's actually not new. But wanted to talk to you guys and just give you some words of encouragement, words of enlightenment, and overall just positive vibes, positivity, relaxation. And if you do want to fall asleep listening to my voice as I'm explaining everything, but all that kind of stuff. But this video is to reach out to many different communities that may suffer with a lot of different issues and that affects their normal day-to-day life. And I want to tell you here now, before getting into my whole spiel / speech upon everything else, that you are very loved, you're very cared for, you're very special in many, many small, unique little ways, and everyone loves you for it. You may not be able to love yourself for having those small little differences, but I can tell you here now that everyone around you adores you to bits, and they will forever love and cherish you for those things, even though you may not view them as, enjoying those little quirks that comes along with your personality. But I can tell you now, never let the dark thoughts eat at you to the point where you start believing in them, because it's not true at the end of the day. So yeah, you guys are all awesome, you're all legendary, and I love you all so very much for being yourselves and not shying away from the world and not shying away from anything for that regard. But so this video is going to be explaining a lot of different things. I'm gonna try to keep it relatively short, it's probably gonna be a good 12-minute video, but the basis of the video is just, like I said, explaining a lot of different things, going into a lot of different subjects, and just basically continuing this line of positivity and encouragement and all those nice little words. So, for a little fun fact for you guys, I, as a full-on career and profession, want to pursue psychology because I've delved a lot of time into researching about all sorts of different, mental illnesses, mental disorders, and overall just the human mind and how it operates and it functions. And I think that one thing about me that would stand out a lot from your average therapist is that I will try to dig very deep into the person's mind and put myself in their scenario and feel what they feel every single day they wake up, and go to sleep. I want to be connected to them on a level that no one is. I want to make sure that they can have this great trust within me, but also I can have it within them. It's kind of it's basically a hand-in-hand relationship, where you want things to work out the best way as possible, and you want to grow and you want to experience the best possible outcome you can. And that's one thing that I really, really want to pursue in the future, is becoming a therapist and studying further down into psychology, because I think it would be a really nice profession for me. Not just because of the money, I'm not really in it for the money at all. It's more about helping those that struggle heavily with severe mental health issues and just they can't get through a day without feeling bad about themselves. I want to bring up this nation and generation of people, the younger crowds. I want to bring their attention to more, I guess you could say, eye-catching, things like, their life goals, what they want to pursue, how they're going to pursue it, and the dreams that, they may leave along the way, but also may find along the way as well. I want to venture down this path with them in this journey of finding themselves and becoming better than ever. Because let's be honest here, in life we all have a purpose here. What is that purpose? It's not completely stated in stone. And to be honest with you, it's never going to be, written on the wall for you. It's always going to be hidden within the world. And that purpose, you have to get up and find yourself. Purpose doesn't really just come to you out of thin air. You have to fight and you have to strive for what you truly know, put your knowledge to the test, and just go all out. A wise man once said, go big or go home. And that statement is very true. You gotta sometimes push aside your doubts. You gotta push aside your what ifs and just go do it. As I always say as well, the path to self-improvement is endless. And essentially what this whole PLP series is, which again, if many don't know, PLP stands for peace, love, and positivity. But for those that are genuinely curious, there's been some moments in my life that I wasn't too proud of, and there was things that I have done in my past that I do regret wholeheartedly. Now, I am currently writing a book as well. Within this book is going to explain those things that I have done in the past and that I've owned up for and taken great responsibility and accountability for my actions. This book is essentially covering my whole life story up until now and how I have the mindset that I do and how I'm very knowledgeable about basically anything I know, and just inspiring and just uplifting and just the very peaceful person I am. It's essentially a journey into myself and a journey into my views and perspectives on life itself. And I want to share with all you guys because you're all very, very important to me, and I love you all very dearly, and I appreciate you so very much for still being here for me and being there for me whenever I needed you all the most. So I will be sharing my life story within a book that I will be, hopefully releasing sometime soon in the very near future. But with that being said, again, I really do appreciate you guys so very much for everything you've helped me with all these years. I once remember that I was sitting in my chair at my desk and I was like, man, I don't feel like I'm gonna make it decently big here. And yeah, did I become, a million sub channel? No, but I have a community that is amazing, that's filled with so many wonderful and very unique people that deserve all the love and support that they possibly can receive on this platform, because they have genuinely stuck by me and have genuinely built me up to be better each and every single time I appeared here on the platform. So this is just a message to you all. Thank you so very much once again for everything you do, for everything you've done for me, and words cannot truly describe just how much you all mean to me. But with that being said, like I said, if anyone is watching this series or discovered this series, you're going through a really dark, hard time in your life, just know that things will be okay. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how dark that tunnel may be. It could be as black as a void, but you gotta remember that you are loved. You have so many loved ones around you that cares for you more than anything, will fight for you to the ends of time itself, just to ensure your safety was a possibility and wasn't anything else beyond that. I know a lot of people, when they're alone, they start to get in their head and they start to listen to those that are influencing them, and they start to they change and they alter their brain. Essentially, they change the person who they once were. And I'll say this as well, you never want to have somebody alter your image on someone else or something, because it's the worst thing you can do. The mind, it's made to function, to be something that is allowed to feel things, that is allowed to process things, and is allowed to feel and experience things. However, you have your heart as well to listen to. You can't always listen to your mind, because sometimes your mind will make decisions for you that you will end up regretting in the future, or you'll just regret in general. And as I always say, the mind is the greatest weapon against yourself. There is no other weapon that is greater than the mind itself. The mind can cause so much self-destruction and overall destruction on friendships, loved ones, romantic relationships, anything regarding your mind. It can be very destructive, and I've been a witness to such destruction as well. And I can tell you here now, it is not pretty and it is not good. So again, never feel like you're alone. Always know that you're loved, and you have many very supporting people around your corner, and you'll get through the hard times. You'll be okay, you'll be safe, and you'll be loved. I promise you will. Again, thank you all so much for listening to me. Like I said, I was going to be around like 10 minutes or so, but I really truly appreciate everything you've all done for me and everything you continue to do for me. I love you all so very much, and I couldn't have done any of this without you, and I mean it wholeheartedly, completely. With that being said, again, thank you so much. Can't stress it enough. Be yourself, be happy, be inspiring, be positive, be uplifting, and always remember to tell those that are all around you that you love them dearly, and you will always love them no matter what happens. We all have our down moments, we all have our ups and downs, but redemption is a very strong word, and redemption should always be given to those that genuinely seek out the accountability for their actions, and that can own up to their mistakes and own up to their crafts. Those that can own up to things they've done wrongfully in the past are the strongest ones, and those that do not are the weakest ones. So always remember that from me. Thank you all so much. I love you all from the very bottom of my heart. Be sure to be safe, in these really crazy times of the world. Be safe. Hold the people you love dearly very close to you. Tell them you love them, and give them the biggest hug from me. With that being said, I'm hopping off. Thank you all so much, and have a wonderful night. You take care now.